Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Frankie, are we ready for pain? Are we ready to be hurt again? I am. How you doing, my man?
Not great. I feel like I'm dressed for a funeral here today with these dark clothes on. Yeah, this has been not a great weekend to be a Yankee fan. Just an absolutely painful series up there in Toronto. All of my worst fears coming to life with the way the Blue Jays just owned us, just like they did back in the summer. And now the Yankees are on the doorstep of elimination. But if we're going to be positive, if we're going to be optimistic, Yankee fans, we were here last week too on the doorstep and we were able to bounce back. Maybe, hopefully, we can do that again. I'm not confident, but you got to believe. It ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, I feel like it's over. I feel like the more I've been letting it soak in, I'm like, man, we're going to get our asses beat tonight. But, hey, I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to stay hopeful. But the way that Toronto's swinging the bat and the way that Rodon has pitched against them this year, I mean, anything can happen. But I'm not feeling too optimistic. So I got the postmortem ready. I got the 5 Yankees who won't be back ready. They're both ready to go, just in case. But let's go ahead and do a lineup. It's no different than game 2. So we got Trent Grisham leading off. And I should mention Shane Bieber on the mound, right-handed pitcher. So, he's prone to home runs, and the Yankees have some lefties in the lineup, so maybe we'll run into one. We got Aaron Judge batting second. Frankie, Aaron Judge needs a big freaking game. And not only does he need a big game, we need a big game and for us to win the series. Because if he hits 500 for the series and hits a big home run in game 3, and then you lose in 4, no one cares. He has got to lead us to a series win. Now is the time to put the team on his back. Just like Vladimir Guerrero is doing for the Jays. Like, he is doing what we all want Aaron Judge to do. It's like he's not making outs. It's crazy. Cody Bellinger batting third in left field. Is this his last game as a Yankee? Prediction?
I'm going to say... I'm going to be positive here. I'm going to be optimistic for once. I'm going to say no. I'm assuming you feel the opposite?
No, I think he'll be back. I think that they're going to maximize... Or I think they're going to prioritize, rather, bringing Bellinger back this winter. I just think he's a great fit. I mean, the way he doesn't strike out all that much, he plays multiple positions well defensively. He runs well. He's likable. He's a fan favorite. He's just a cool guy. He's got some marketability. He's not overly old. He's not like 33 or 34 like LeMahieu. I mean, he's got a few good years left in him. I think they're going to bring him back. Now, if he wants 9-10 years, this could be his last game. But Ben Rice in the cleanup spot. I think he's my pick to click tonight, man. I think he's going deep. What do you think? How do you like that?
I like the optimism there. It has been a rough series here for Ben as of late. I'm going to say there's some of these guys here in the lineup. Like, are they really going to go the entire postseason? And so we have 3 home runs right in this postseason, right? Volpe, Rice in game 2 against the Red Sox, and then wasn't it Bellinger? I blacked out most of game 2. So that's it? Like, is that, like, some of these guys, like, is Grisham not going to get it? Is Judge not going to get it? Is Stanton not going to get it? Like, some of these guys, and Rice already has one, but I just can't imagine we're going to go through the entire postseason, and some of these guys that have been great for us all year are just going to be ice cold in terms of hitting home runs in the postseason.
Yeah, I feel like we've got to at least put a few balls in the seats tonight, at least force a game 4. I was telling Frankie before we got started, just give me one more day to look forward to watching Cam Schlittler pitch. Just give me hope for one more day. There's that thing, don't do that. Don't give me hope. No, I want the hope. I want the hope tomorrow. We got Giancarlo Stanton at the DH spot. He's been hitting the ball hard, but in the ground. I tell you what, a big home run from Big G early in the game could get the crowd on our side and could get him going, because when he hits him, when he locks in that launch angle, he hits him in bunches, and all we need is 3 hot games. That's all we need from Big G. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, I agree. It is, of all the Yankees, he's probably been the most surprising. Judge, unfortunately, it's not surprising that he has not had a home run, but you would have expected, especially with how hot he finished the season, you would have expected something here in the postseason. He hasn't really gotten going, but like I mentioned, he's one of those guys. He's going to have a 0 home run postseason. I just don't see it. So one of these guys tonight, Ben, Stanton, Jazz, somebody's got to get a home run tonight. Especially Yankee, the crowd is going to be loud there. Those fans, they're going to want to, because one win and we start believing again. Fans are going to be hyped. Fans are going to be up. The Yankees aren't going to ride that and hit 1 home run tonight from any of these guys. I don't think so. So I'm going to say Stanton at the home run here tonight.
Nice. All right. So we got Jazz. I think he's due also. He's had a couple of base knocks. He made some plays, and he made a run with his legs. But, he's electric when he goes deep. I still want to give him a big contract, even though he hasn't played particularly great this postseason. I think that there's a lot more in there for him, and he's still young. Like, I feel like he's one of those guys who's only going to get better for the next few years. So I want to give him a deal. Ryan McMahon, played decent defense, hasn't done much with the bat. He's got a couple of knocks. Anthony Volpe, resurgent postseason. I mean, he's done just enough to stay on the team, Frankie.
That depresses me to hear that. It's gonna be, we're gonna be back here next year. We're gonna have the same problems. Like, Volpe, just another crappy season. Just, my gosh.
And then he hits so 438 in the postseason.
Of course.
All right, so Austin Wells behind the dish. I saw some people saying that the Yankees should play Ben Rice behind the dish and have Paul Goldschmidt play first base, because it could be Paul Goldschmidt's final game in the major leagues. I disagree. I think you got to go for the win. I don't think this is a time to care too much about nostalgia or that type of thing. I think you just got to go for the W. And right now, I want lefty hitters in there against Shane Bieber. I want the Yankees to score early. If this game goes 6-7 innings, I might have a legitimate cardiac event. If it's like 1-1 in the 7th, I'm just going to be sitting there like, ah! And by the way,
Elizabeth Honey, I'm coming to join you.
Yeah, Eric Kratz going to be on the show this evening. Eric Kratz, a member of the 2017 team that did come back from down 2-0. That's why I wanted him, because, I want that good mojo. If we win, it's going to be electric, baby. It's going to be electric. If we lose, at least he'll provide some comedic relief, bust our balls a little bit. I mean, that's Eric. But, all right, so Frankie, what kind of night you expecting from Carlos Rodon?
You really have no clue. He could be, it's the ultimate unknown. He could go out there and have a Schlittler-like performance where he just mows down Toronto, or he could just have another one of those. We can pull up the Meatball song here. We can have another one of those, just like him just giving up 3 or 4 home runs. The way he, I mean, he's had that way too much in his career, especially here with the Yankees, of just throwing up 3 or 4 of those a game. So, because I'm going to try to be positive, because so often I'm negative, and there have been so many reasons to be negative after the last 2 games. I'm going to say he puts together, look, I think he'll give up 1 home run, at least 1. But I think that'll be enough, and for the most part, he will shut down Toronto. But then again, I've been wrong about this whole series, so maybe just don't listen to me here.
Yeah, Frankie, we got to talk a little bit about Ryan McMahon. Somebody says he's been swinging the bat well. I mean, he's got a few knocks, but he hasn't had like a big hit. Like, I don't think he has an RBI yet. I mean, Ryan McMahon is in there like to play defense and hit homers. I don't have his stats in front of me, but I want him to put one in the seats here. He's hitting 286 in the postseason. He's 2 for 7, no RBIs, no extra base hits. Got a couple of singles, whatever, a couple of seeing eye base hits. Not a huge deal. I want to see some pop. Tonight would be a good night for one of those 9 home run games. Get everybody feeling good. And but I think we said that last time, and it didn't work out too well, Frankie.
No, not at all. I mean, I that's one of the things I can be most proud of saying is I was there for the first 9 home run game, and I will bring that up like pretty much for the rest of my life, that I was there for one of the great Yankee offensive explosions. And foolish me that on that day I thought, man, we're gonna go 162-0, we're gonna win the World Series, we're gonna blow by the AL East, and it has not been the case. Apparently, you can't hit 9 home runs every game. Apparently, that's difficult. So,
it is quite difficult.
But you know what? Whatever happens with McMahon, he'll always have the great catch in Game 3 against Boston. At least he has that Yankee moment.
Now, I've been getting a lot of crap because I haven't been giving the Blue Jays their due, apparently. Look, I'll admit it. They have kicked our ass. They have played really, really well. I still don't think they're going to the World Series. I think they're going to get stopped by whoever they play next, or hopefully in this series. But I don't see them going to the World Series. I don't think they have the pitching, and I'm going to absolutely enjoy it when they do lose if they beat the Yankees. But I don't think anybody's beating the Dodgers, Frankie. I think the Dodgers are going to repeat.
They just seem inevitable. Like, I don't know how they do it. Their bullpen is pretty crap. It's even worse than our bullpen. And yet somehow they find a way to pull out these wins against the Phillies. Are a damn good team. And somehow the Dodgers pulled out these last 2. Sasaki is unbelievable out of the pen. It was just a great performance yesterday. Phillies, though, that was, I don't know if you watched that game, wide open chance to win that. And then the stupid bunt there with just try to hit it. Try to hit a single there. Why are you going for the bunt? But it was a great play there by the Dodgers. And they're absolutely the favorite right now. It's not a guarantee. I mean, maybe the Brewers could pull off something here. I think they're probably the feel-good story here of all the teams left. Like if it's not
Yeah.
going to be, if it's, I don't think America's rooting for the Dodgers, and they're certainly not rooting for the Yankees. So Milwaukee, they've never won it before. Bob Uecker's passing. It's a fun, likable team. Pat Murphy's a good manager. So I think they could be the feel good story here. And I mean, you know what? I don't want this to happen, but maybe Seattle could also be because they haven't had much postseason success either. So I think those are the two feel good stories. But the Dodgers are absolutely the favorite.
How come when legends die, and their ghosts help them win the championship, it's never the Yankees' ghosts? Like last year Fernando Valenzuela croaks and he helps win the World Series for the Dodgers, and now you got Bob Uecker in the afterlife, and he's pushing all the right buttons. I mean, what have any Yankees died recently? I mean, can we? I mean, I'm not rooting for anyone specific, but are the ghosts out there anymore? I mean, did they use up all their juice in the '90s? DiMaggio, where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio?
Our nation turns its lonely eyes to you. I think all the ghosts are back at the old stadium. I don't think they moved over. There was one time where the ghost moved over to the new stadium. I felt like, and it was the night Luis Castillo dropped the ball. That night, I'm like, all right, the ghosts are back. And then I haven't felt that way for 15, 16 years. But yeah, the problem is there aren't that many living Yankee. I mean, of the '90s guys like Jeter and Mariano, but of the old guys, I mean, Yogi's gone, Whitey's gone. There isn't really any other old time legendary Yankees. So I think we're using up. I think we used up all our legends from the afterlife to help us here.
Yeah, and maybe it's like Beetlejuice, right? They're constrained to where they were, so they were stuck at the old house, and now they can't make it over across the street to the new Yankee Stadium.
It's
Let's take a few.
showtime.
Yeah, it's showtime. Take a few comments here. Paris Grubb says righties batting 297 against Bieber, lefties 156. I hear you, but that's a small sample size. He's only made 7 starts this year. I think that'll even out. Gene Jacques says the only reason rooting for the Blue Jays at all is Donnie Baseball, who, by the way, sporting a big gray beard, making me feel super old. Let me ask you this. Aaron Boone, current manager of the Yankees. We talked a little bit about this early. He's got 1 year left on his contract. If the Yankees get swept in this round, is he gone, or do they just let him ride out the contract and then next year not bring him back?
You know what it's going to be. Of course, they're going to let him back. The Yankees are never, ever. They love this man. They worship this man, even for unknown reasons, because he hit 1 home run 20 years ago, and apparently he gets this lifetime pass to ruin this generation of Yankee players. They're going to keep him around until next year. After that, I could see them finally, because it would be, God, it'd be 10 years. Yeah, he got the job in 2018, so it'd be 10 years. And that's Torrey got like 11 or 12. Girardi got about 10. So yeah, that'd be about time for the Yankees to move on to the next manager. Although my fear is that they're going to hire somebody who's going to be even worse, like another guy who like just the analytics guy just follows, what the front office says, never strays from them. Like I'm worried that that's what's going to happen here. But it would be nice to finally move on from Boone. But I don't think it's going to happen, even if they get swept. Boone will just tell us it's all right there in front of us, and we'll just have to deal with it for another year.
We're getting some occasional audio feedback on Frankie's thing. I'm not sure if it's my microphone or your headphones or whatever, but I'm going to run a quick Arena Club ad, and then we'll be back to wrap it up.
Todd Father, you and me grew up in Jersey. We liked to collect cards, but the way the process got was ridiculous. You open up a pack. There's a bunch of cards you don't care about. Then you want to get certain ones graded. Takes forever, right? Then you want to maybe sell one. It's such a to-do. Arena Club has been the solution for us.
Arena Club has been a solution for everybody. You go online, go to Arena Club, and you check out what they have. Put a little cash down, and you might get one of the best cards that you've ever seen in your life, an autographed card. And guess what? If you don't like the card, easily you could sell it back and make a little cash. You never know what to expect. It's a cool way of doing it. You're going to get a surprise every time. And if you're into cards, this is something you really need to get into.
Right now, you can get 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase by going to arenaclub.com/foul and use code FOUL like Todd Father's talking about with those slab packs. Every pack has a grail that's at least 20x the price of the pack. Check it out.
All right. Frankie Baseball, do you collect much? Do you do any kind of card collecting?
No, but if I did, I would absolutely use Arena Club, and would definitely use that code to get a little bit of deal, thanks to my friends at Pinstripe Territory.
All right, so let's go ahead and do our predictions for Game 3. I'm going to start. I'm going to say Carlos Rodon, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. I'm going to say 8 strikeouts. That's a lot for against the Blue Jays, too.
All right, that's nice. I'm going to say 6 innings. I'm going to say 2 runs. one 2-run home run, and I'm gonna say 7 strikeouts.
All right,
Look,
so
I'm just pulling stuff out of my rear end here, but yeah, sure. Let's go.
And you're basically taking almost exactly what I said. You changed 1 digit. That's nice. Justin Long wants to know if New York loses, who do you want to win the World Series?
Well, hello to my FT buddy Justin. It's nice to see. He said he was going to be on the show today, or he's going to be joining the comments. So hello. Not an American League team. Not an American League team. So it'd probably be Milwaukee, as we mentioned. That's the best story. I love Bob Uecker. I do not want to see the Dodgers win again. And yeah, the Cubs and Phillies really don't have. They have a shot, but it's pretty limited. So yeah, I would be rooting for Milwaukee, but mainly I'd be rooting for. I am a baseball fan at the end of the day. I'd be rooting for a good series. Whatever. I don't want to see a sweep. I want to see another great 6-7 game World Series goes down to the wire. Something like 2016 or 2011 or 2019. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the Phillies come back and beat the Dodgers. That would be like my dream scenario. But if that doesn't happen, yeah, I think I would root for the Brewers too. Just Bob Uecker. It'll be a nice story. That we'd probably get lots of cool Bob Uecker highlights and stories. That would be fun. And I like their manager. I think Pat Murphy's great. Okay, so prediction number 2. You predicted a Stanton home run. I'm going to predict. I think I predicted Rice. Let's each choose one more. Who's our backup prediction? I'm gonna say Jazz. I'm going Jazz.
All right, that's a good pick. I said he was going to break out this series, so I've been waiting for it. It hasn't happened. I'm going to say Trent.
Trent. All right, that works.
Yeah.
All right. So final thought here, Frankie. Do the Yankees pull it off? Do they win tonight? Will there be a game 4?
I'm going to say yes, even though every part of me is telling me no, and that it's going to be like a 13-2 Jays win and the game's over by the 5th inning. I'm going to choose to believe here. But again, I've been wrong about this entire series, so don't take my word for it. I'm going to say the Yankees pull off a win tonight, keep the series going, and then we get to game 4. And I think Schlittler versus a Blue Jays bullpen game, which is probably what it would be. I think the Yankees win that one. And then that sets us up for... The problem is I can't see us winning... This, do you think there's any chance we can win a game 5 in Toronto the way this team is playing?
Oh, there's
the way
a chance.
They play in Toronto.
Well, there's a chance. So here's the scenario. If the Yankees are going to win this series, here's the scenario of how it plays out. They win tonight. They scrape by a win tonight. Tomorrow, Cam Schlittler dominates because he didn't pitch well against the Blue Jays last time. He's got that little extra attitude. He pitched great against the Red Sox, so he's flying high. He's feeling great. The crowd will be behind him. It's going to be electric. You win tomorrow. And then on Friday in Game 5, Gossman and Judge match up. And Judge, who has hit Gossman well in his career, finally has his moment. That's how it happens. That's the storybook ending. The chat goes crazy. We get 10 million viewers. I retire and move to a mansion in Boca Raton and basically just drink myself to death. That's how it works. That's how it goes.
Can I join you in your mansion?
No, you cannot join me in my mansion. All right, Brian Bashman says we need to change our signals to win in Toronto. I mean, I don't even know if we're using signals. Aren't we using the clicky thingy? Yeah. What's it called?
I don't know what it's going to go.
PitchCom?
Whatever it is, it's not working.
It's not working. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of suspicions because of their home away splits. And rightfully so. A lot of the Jays fans get pissed off when we suggest that they're cheating. But hey, I mean, it's just things when things are that obviously split. I mean, you can't help but being a little bit suspicious. If the Yankees win the next 2 nights and the Blue Jays don't do jack offensively, that further reinforces the idea. So the best way for the Jays to shut down that idea is to come out and kick the Yankees' ass tonight, which I think that they're planning to do. And I would not be shocked if that happens. In all honesty,
not at all. I don't like doing the whole stealing time. I don't want to play into that because then it feels like I'm putting out an excuse, and there's no excuse. We've sucked the last 2 games. We've not shown up, our pitching especially. But yeah, this is the chance to turn it around. We'll see if Toronto can. I don't think they will, but we'll see if they can. If they can match their offensive production, then as you mentioned, that'll silence a lot of the naysayers. But really, look, for the Yankees, who cares about signs and signals and all of this stuff? Just win the next 2 games. Just win the next 2 and then worry about game 5. But just do it. I said before the series, just get it done at home. Take care of business at home, and then we'll see what happens in Toronto. But just get it done at least tonight, and then we'll worry about tomorrow. But just one game at a time. I'm just speaking a bunch of nonsense here, but you're on the verge here, all right? Let's make some history.
And this is a big if the Yankees win the next 2 games, I think the pressure kind of shifts back to Toronto. Even if they go back to Toronto, they don't want to be the team that blew a 2-0 series lead, and they don't want to do it at home. And the Yankees will be extra motivated. This will be a chance for them to make up for last year when they had a chance to kind of gear in a comeback and they blew it. But all right, Frankie, I assume you'll tune in for the game or the post game tonight as we have Eric Kratz on, and hopefully we'll be celebrating a win. But Frankie, if not, thanks for a great season, and of course we'll have you on at some point this winter to complain about whatever we have to complain about, which I'm sure will be lots of things.
Aaron Boone.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and subscribe. Check out NYYDesigns.shop for some great merch. Support our sponsors. It helps keep the show going. And you can find us on all major audio platforms, so be sure to subscribe there too. But most importantly, come back again soon. We'll see you next time.